Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I would like to share with you a story of my company and what we've been doing for over 10 years. Game development and publishing without any external funding and almost any marketing spending. To clarify, by marketing spending, I mean paid user acquisition on web channel, because nowadays it changes a little. A few words about me. I'm a vice president of Game Desire. Been with this company for 6 years and doing many different things, game in business development, but last couple of years I'm a CEO of the company. Before that, I had experience with digital distribution of music, movies, and games also. My background is from sociology, so I like to see things in a social perspective. Where do I come from? Where do we come from? I will tell a few words about Poland, for those of you that might not be familiar. This is a country in the center of Europe, squeezed between Germany and Russia. So very often the companies that enter the European market prefer to go to Germany, which is much more rich and a lot of spenders, or go to Russia, where there is a much bigger population. Anyway, Poland is a really promising market. It's almost 40 million population. We are a member of the European Union, which has some consequences for the gaming market also. And for those of you that don't know, we are the home of The Witcher. It was produced by one of the Polish gaming developers, CD Projekt Red. It's also important to notice that the economy in Poland is in really good shape when you compare it to the rest of the Europe. Last 8 years, we've been growing steadily, 25% in last 8 years. When you compare it to the rest of the European Union, you see the difference and why it could be important for companies and developers to consider Polish market. So we're catching up Western Europe, and the estimated gaming market for this year in Poland, it's $500 million. It's similar to Netherlands, India, Malaysia. So, well, it's worth considering if you want to do something in Europe. Now back to Game Desire. We were established in 2004. We was a small company founded by two developers, two brothers, and we were growing steadily over the years. Our key product is a poker, pool, snooker, and the Game Desire.com web channel platform, which I will talk about today. Right now we're doing mobile games, pool, poker, snooker, bingo, slots. We specialize in multiplayer online and mobile games, and we want to be available for our users on different platforms. Our main development effort right now is on mobile, but we don't forget where we come from, and it was web channel, mostly Game Desire.com. So how do we look in numbers? Our channel Game Desire.com has almost 500,000 monthly active users. We give them 25 games in 16 language versions. we are on the market for 10 years, as I said, and we don't spend anything on marketing of this channel. And how did we manage to do it? It's a sum of many different things, and I will try to point out the most important factors of that enable us to stay on the market and be always profitable and successful. First thing, it's the localization. When we started the website, we had, from the beginning, we had it in 35 languages, the website and the games. After a time, we just squeezed it to 16 languages for those markets that were most profitable or with the biggest player potential. But having it in so many languages gave us very good SEO impact and let form the communities for players from different countries speaking different languages. As a result, we have quite diverse audience. Poland is still the most important because we're a Polish company and we are everywhere in Poland, but also Brazil, USA, Western Europe, and Turkey, and some others, Arabic countries from Gulf states. How did we manage to do it? There are few factors I will point out. One of them is the partnerships. We have formed many partnerships with different companies around the world, offering them white label version of our service. Right now we have over 20 active and successfully running partnerships in big markets, but also in some more exotic like Iran or some Arabic websites. Our white label solution is really affordable for anybody. We can set up a new branded website in 3 working days. So it's really easy for us, and it gives us additional 800,000 users a month in our partners' white label partnerships websites. Why it is important? It's important because our players playing on Game Desire and on partners' websites share the same liquidity. Another thing, very important, and what we did from beginning, and it paid off, was introducing many social and community building features. Gifts, chats in-game and on the website, showing achievements. We also, because we started the website actually before Facebook, we had already blogs, forum, photos, ability to send messages. So as a result, you could see some numbers since 2010 till now. Number of blogs written by writer is 4 a month. Usually, average user sends about 20 messages, sends 10 gifts, and receives 4 gifts a month. There are many web channels that offer like hundreds of games. We offered our user just selected games from 2 categories. One was the casual games, card games, evergreen titles known from real life, like Rami, Buraku, Mahjong. And the other part was the casino games. This mixture of casual games, evergreens with good retention, and casino games with good monetization. In the result, we targeted the demographics for this kind of games. We target male 25 plus, which is the typical poker player, and female 35 plus that we like to play games like mahjong, bingo, and slots. As a result, 2/3 of our users are older than 25 years. Because we've been on the market for such a long time and we have long history and very faithful users, most of our traffic comes from direct and organic search. It's a word of mouth. People invite their friends. They want to spend time on the website, not just playing games, but talking to each other, making friends, and so on. The very important thing is the multi-platform. So the player base is one across all channels, no matter if you play on web, on mobile, or social. If you play on our website, Game Desire, or white label website, it's the same liquidity of players, and also the one economy. We have just two premium currencies, game chips that could be won in the game, and the gold points that could be used for paying for some vanity items in the games. We have also like one bonus system that is fair for all players. As a result, we have small or medium-sized but very faithful community of players. 10% of our players stays on our website for 5 years or more, and almost half of them it's on the website longer than 1 year. It's important that those 10% of players that stays with us for 5 or more years bring a revenue. 1/4 of our revenue comes from those players, and almost 70% is generated by players that play with us for 1 year or more. The longer the users stay on the website, the more games they play. It comes also from the fact that the game chip is won in one game could be spent in another. So if the players are tired or bored with one game, they move to another. They invite their friends and they play they play the other games. What is most important, it's usually the LTV curve. It flattens after a while. This is the LTV for 10-year activity of player, and it never stops growing. So keeping the player on the website for a long time really pays off, because they tend to spend more and more. And conclusions. Well, despite the growth of mobile, which we are doing, and we also concentrate on mobile right now, it's good not to forget the web channels, which could be very profitable even in mature markets. But in order to be successful, you just need to target the right demographics for offer games. Social features are very important, and they are the reason why the people stay with us, and loyal users are good for the company in terms of monetization. And that's all. If you have any questions, I will be happy to answer. Right now, we're concentrating on mobile. So all the games that we have on web, means the main revenue generators, that's poker, bingo, snooker, and pool, they're also on mobile. So if the people want to transfer from web to mobile, we give them the possibility. And we also target the mobile audience with different ways, but I just concentrated on this web channel for this presentation. But our efforts right now are on mobile, of course. But we just don't forget the audience that we've built through the years, and because it's been monetized well, they are faithful players, so it's worth keeping them.
So you said that you have different types of users. Some of them end up spending 5 years in the game as well. So when you were managing the user community, were you differentiating between the users who were new versus the ones who are spending more time in terms of how quickly you were responding to them?
Well, actually, we try to respond as quick as we can to everybody to keep users satisfied. But we have a CRM system that keeps reactivating players that don't play. We try to stay with touch with them also and online and offline through email, CRM, and this kind of campaigns. Of course, we treat better the paying users. It's obvious when they call us with the question of if they are not satisfied with anything, we identify them and they are like priority users for us. But it's not. It's really stable platform, so we don't get many complaints.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions? All right. Well, thank you so much, Dan.
Thank you very much.